All right, creepers, welcome back. I've been doing a lot of the speed builds and the stuff like that lately, and so I thought I would do another tutorial today. And the tutorial is I'm actually going to learn it as we're going along. I've seen enough people build these, so I decided to kind of try to mimic the process. We're going to do ourselves a crab slide. You know the crab slide where your car goes on its side. So I went ahead and made some props ahead of time. You saw how we make these flipper ramps, so I went and made one of these ahead of time. I put that cabin on top because it helps you rise and lower this. And then I went ahead and I made a long wall ride because just go and get one ready. It's going to happen no matter what. And you're going to want to make it not too sharp. You're going to make it like really see how that's a shallow one. And you're going to set that up with the flipper onto the wall ride. So of course you're going to have it entry on there, and you can give yourself enough distance so that your car can really stabilize before it's time to enter the slide area. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these kinds of things, these tutorials and speed builds. I'll do more of these in the future. I've been learning how to do a whole lot of the new stuff. I've been going through the trouble of just learning, practicing, and messing around with it, and coming up with techniques or mimicking other people's techniques. And so this is like I said, my first attempt at doing a crab slide. It turned out pretty sweet, I think. So we're going to take two of these long wall rides and we're going to put them together, but we're not going to use all of it because that's a lot of my props right off the bat. We're just going to use a good chunk of it. So, and then after that, the important part about the crab slide is when you make the floatable platforms that it's going to actually slide on, you're going to want them to be in a very straight line first of all, and then you're going to want it so that they slowly step down one after the other. As you can see, if you look at those, see that each one is just a few pixels lower than the one ahead of it, and that will make it so that your car will continue to slide on and not lose momentum. It also makes it so that no matter what, your car's not going to catch anything and flip upwards. And so right now, as you can see, I'm just trying to get my prop lined up so it's nice and even and straight. I know there's a lot of ways to do this. I'm just doing this the old-fashioned way. Pretty good at that. So you're going to want to lower this down so it's at the very almost bottom of the wall, but close to, like about there. And you're going to want to embed it in so that the wall is now sticking about a third of the way through the floor. So the wall is about a third of the way through the floor from the right side there. So it'll give your car some area to actually slide without falling off the edges. And then I'm going to take that exact same curvy wall ride. This is why templates are so handy. And I'm going to flip it around the other way. I'm going to flip it around. Actually, let's go and make this a little bit longer first. Because when I look at that, it's only 4 containers long, and we're going to need anywhere between 6 and 8 to give our car a good distance to actually roll over. If you make that too short, your car doesn't have a chance to roll over before it's time it makes contact with the next wall. So that's what you see me doing right there. Is we're going to make this little extended slideway a little bit longer than just those 4. 4 is a little short. So here's an easy way to drop it. See how it's raised above it? When you click it, it'll drop. Boop. That's a little bit high. Let's go and retry that. I know everyone says press Y to delete all the props, yada yada yada. I know. So check this out. It's just a little bit above, and then you press A, and it'll drop below when you actually do it. Line it up. There you go. See, that's a nice little drop. So we have our slide props about 8 barges long there, or 8 containers long. And that should be definitely more than enough run of space. So let's go and just test this out just to give an idea about how far our car is going to go down this slide before it rolls over. This is just a good test to have because this kind of thing, it varies from car to car, and it also varies on the amount of bumps you have on this. So let's go and hop up here and check this out. We got to roll over when there was about 1.5 containers left. So that's about the point that we're going to want our next wall ride to cross over. That's a good way to be able to tell about how far you need the next wall ride to cross over. So we're going to kind of line this up so it crosses over when there's about 1.5 barges left. See right there? It's going to be swooping in from the left side. And you're going to want to make it so it doesn't swoop too hard. So you want your car to make contact without actually losing grip or without actually bouncing. So as you can see right there, let's go and delete these extraneous props that overlap. And we have ourselves a crab slide. You can do things to decorate them, of course. There's all kinds of things you can do to them. You can put plants to them. You can have little items to dodge. You can use walls to help line yourselves up more. I'll show you more of that later, but this is I just wanted to get the basics of it down. Let's go and put one more container down here just to kind of improve our car's ability to slide a little bit further while reorienting itself onto the wall here. So we'll do that same trick where it drops down a little bit as you go and connect them. And we'll change the world heading on it so that it's kind of following the wall now. And that'll just be a little bit of an extra assist. It'll be a little bit of an extra assist. So Anyways, guys, I hope you've been enjoying these. Today is now Monday going into Tuesday. On Wednesday, I'm going to have the day off, and I'm going to go and spend the day streaming, or at least pieces of the day. So if you guys enjoy live streams, go ahead and keep schedule clear on that day, and I'll have open lobbies for GTA and maybe a little bit of Black Ops going on, but we'll do something on Tuesday. But check out that slide. Check that out. That's what we just built, right there, right in front of you guys. I fell a little bit, but whatever, you saw. That's just me seeing if it works, and yeah, it works. It works pretty good. So now that we have that down, there's ways to decorate it, and I always kind of like when people do this, when they go and they take these open barges and they kind of flip them sideways using the pitch roll. And so that's what I'm going to do here. We're going to have it so that we're going to crab slide through one of them. I was thinking about doing it with more than one, but then I realized as the car rolls, some of those angles kind of start to flip around. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get that complicated. I'll do more of that in the future, but oops, wrong way. So, but we'll do it. We'll do at least one. So when your car goes into the crab slide, we'll be sliding through this little container here just to decorate it up. So basically you're just going to flip it sideways and make sure that those doors are buried underneath the floor there. If they stick up at all, it's going to make your car bounce, it's going to make your car hit, and it's going to make your car fall. Car go bounce, car go hit, car go fall. And so the end of this right here, it's kind of pointing me at a weird place. So we're going to just put a couple of barges at the end so we can kind of make it so it's going to shoot us onto the freeway at the end. Because you always want the exit to be somewhere where you can land that makes sense. You know, it's kind of annoying when you land somewhere really, really like awful or junky. So you could do the method where you go and you make a little barge wall out of the other templates, but I'm just going to be fast and just do two of these because that's really all I need is just two to point in the right direction. So right there, just a couple of floaters in the air. And if you check it out, we're pointing right at the freeway. So anyways, guys, I hope you like this. Hit like and subscribe. Tune in every single day because I'll have videos for you all the time. And don't forget to eat a dick.